Hello, my name is Chalice Davis, and I am an American citizen. Here's my identification. It's a bit blurry, so I will add a snapshot of this to my submission as well. Okay, I am a second grade teacher and a PYP educator in Tokyo, Japan, and my research aimed to solve the issues of with time constraints for sufficient time outdoors for students and the rise of mental health issues impact on learning. I use secondary data to find correlations between interactions with nature and the increased attention and reduced stress. The WHO has reported that there has been a rise in mental health issues among adolescents between the age of 10 and 19. And the issues such as anxiety, depression, psychosis, behavioral disorders, and and even suicide are among those problems. Many factors contribute to this issue, such as social media, increased screen time, and the aftermath of COVID-19. But among those contributors is the decreased time in nature. Many students spend the majority of their day at school, and a lot of them spend a lot of their time indoors. So school is a great opportunity for them to actually get outside and to spend a considerable amount of time outdoors, because that is often the only time they do get to do it. Especially in Tokyo, where they have even after school programs that they go to and they don't get home until late in the evening. Many students spend, or sorry, excuse me, Japan has a population of over 37 million people. So finding nature can be a bit of a difficult task depending on where you are in the city. It is the largest metropolitan area in the world. And so the problem of space has made it difficult for large open green spaces to exist. So where they are, many schools might congregate there. So there's often an issue of safety concerns, noise complaints, and these sorts of things that get in the way of teachers being able to enjoy outdoor learning activities and these sorts of things, as well as having space of their own in their own buildings. They often don't have the space or facilities to have their own individual green spaces, which would be better and safer. There is evidence of schools in Saitama that did use agricultural education as a part of their curriculum, and this has been going on since the early 2000s. However, teachers found that it was cumbersome and added additional standards in an already academically rigorous program. So like many teachers, finding time to keep up with pre-existing standards and incorporating something new like agricultural education proved to be a difficult task. So many of the teachers had to find time in their day to add this additional program, and it offered more time outdoors and offered a great opportunity for students to engage with nature and appreciate food, but it cost a lot for the teachers. So we want to try to find a balance with that. So as for the project site that my research is based on, the issues of time and distance kept coming up. And so there are two parks that are close to the school, which are a 30-minute commute going to and from, which takes a good portion of valuable class time just for transit. And this the deliverable I made aims to provide strategies for outdoor learning and incorporate indoor gardens to help with mental illness and improve student engagement, as well as reducing stress and reducing behavioral problems. What I discovered that was different than what I expected was that nature does help with stress reduction. I did not expect that it helped with attention as well. The evidence that I found suggests that nature provides a soft fascination, meaning that the brain has to do less work for focus on a specific task. As a result, there is more focus in nature than not. And at a school in Britain, they found that the kids that were learning outside actually had more academic attainment than those who were learning indoors. Something that that guided something that so there were a few areas that in implementing this project that I initially ran into some problem areas that I initially ran into which was the weight of the task itself. Developing an entirely new program was a bit too much. And so we were trying to find existing ways, existing curriculum or existing lessons that we already have in order to find ways in which to add outdoor learning activities or opportunities to use STEM indoors through indoor gardens. My instructional approach changed significantly in that I began to shift my focus on the importance of social emotional learning and regulation, and through activities like by using STEM as the medium through which we did all of these things, I found that there were so many opportunities to dive into STEM when you are taking things outside or when you're doing indoor gardens and you're interacting with life, living things on a daily basis. There are so many opportunities to engage with STEM. And because IB is a transdisciplinary curriculum, it means that students have ample opportunities to dive into different areas of learning, and it's not limited by STEM. So doing gardens indoors and doing gardening indoors and doing outdoor learning activities are just different mediums or modes in which people or which the students are able to engage with their learning. Something new that I learned was that I was very pleasantly surprised to find that Tokyo had already been doing all of these things, or at least had been trying or attempting to introduce more green into the education curriculum by having the agricultural program and the green farm initiative. So they were already doing a lot of these things because they were aware of this issue, but also they wanted their kids to have an appreciation for food and know where it came from and love nature. So I just hope that I would be able to pass that forward to my own students, and I myself love nature, so I hope that I could help in some way. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great evening.